Hey everybody, it's ET. It's April 1st, 2020, 10 p.m. I know it's a little late, but figured I'd do just a quick late night stream and go to bed. So let's get started. So, yeah, here's where we're at. Let's see. No, I'm lost. Okay, I guess I don't have it open yet. So we're gonna open up Unity. And I guess I'll go ahead and open up Facebook in case someone says hi. But I'm going to try to stay focused. Okay, here we go. So I have my to-dos on the top right here. And we want to reorder the layers so that the top one's most visible. We want to start working on those reorder layer buttons. So whatever is active, if you hit the up, it will move up. And then we want to add and delete layers. So that's kind of what I want to work on. I don't know how much of this I'm going to even be able to get through. If 1 point, that'd be cool. So all right, let's see what we got here. So the first thing I want to do is get the topmost layer visible. So right now layer 1 is the most visible. Is the top layer, but it's not the most visible. It's the background one. So if I paint on layer 1 and paint on layer 2, you can see that layer 2 is on top of layer 1. So layer 2 should be listed above layer 1 here. So let's see if I can get that sorted out. And to do that, we have to look at our, I think, layer list. Don't mind me. I'm gonna click a button that might bring some audio up. It'll be listed above layer 1 here. Cool. Okay. Sorry. So here we go. What did I do this morning? Oh yeah, to destroy. I haven't really played with that yet. Okay. So we're looking at layers, and particularly the I'm thinking maybe when I actually set the active layers, I'm thinking. Doesn't the layers have depths? I think that's what I need to work on. So on the right, on the layer subpanel, on the layer list, we have you. The depth is here, and really I just might switch it where basically the depth is the count minus what your index. So that might be an easy fix. So alright, let's pull up the layer. We're gonna get the usages of this guy, which shouldn't be too many. There's one usage here. And this is the one I want to look at. Okay, so when we are adding the missing cells, we're just saying layer depth. Oh, okay. That's not the one I want. Here we go. This is the one I want. So when we're trying to figure out what depth you are, we're going to say layer.depth equals layer.transform.child count minus get sibling index minus 1. Or actually, let's put the minus 1 next to this guy. So you know why I'm doing the minus 1. Yeah, okay. So that might have been just a quick fix. where layer 1's here, layer 2 is, let's just do sand. Oh yeah, and then okay, so now layer 1's rendering on top of layer 2, which is okay, because that's kind of behavior that we want. Whatever's on top here should be, yeah. Okay. Now that we've got that, the next thing I want to do is be able to reorganize the active layer. So when you click that mouse button down on the up or down arrows here, it'll move the layers up and down. And in order to do that, we have to make a script to actually start listening for that. So let's do that. So move layer, or change layer order. Change layer order. And so if we're going to change the layer order, this is going to be a system. And for each, oh lord, this is not the for each yet. We got to get a function first. Then for each var, let's just say mouse events, and get entities item 1 mouse event, mouse down event, and let's do the layer up, move active layer up button. Yeah. So if you click this button, we're going to get the active layer. Active layer equals, okay, well first we're going to get the layer list. The layer list is get entity item 1 layer list. If layer list, we're just going to assume we got it. If active, or get the active layer, which is just layer list.active. If active layer and active layer dot transform dot sibling index get sibling index is greater than 0, we just say active layer dot transform dot set sibling index. Let's just get sibling index into a variable here. And sibling index is greater than 0. We'll, oh, this is not, yeah, this is fine. Active layer dot transform dot set sibling index minus 1. So that should at least move it up. Now, what effects it have on the actual editor, I'm not sure. So we'll take a quick look at that. So let's see what happens if I click it. I didn't put any of the scripts on it, so nothing's gonna happen. Let's go ahead and get it. Here it is. That's icon up. So layer up, move active layer up button. We're gonna be listening for the mouse down event. Mouse down event. Not the event, the listener. Yeah, that might be it. So I really can't see what's happening. So I click it. Oh, it's not a, I mean it might be working, but I should also make it a button so I can see that I'm clicking it. Okay. So I am clicking it, but not sure if we're actually getting to that script. Let's see. Oh, we're not, because you know why? The script's not anywhere to be found. So let's add the script to the systems. So we click on here. Hopefully if I click on it, we'll see this layer 2 go up. Yes. Oh, and did it change here? Oh, that's really nice. How about, does it actually work? I can't imagine it working. No, now we have to like change the tile depth. Maybe I can do that in here too. If you do this, just do all the depths, I guess, for each. So this is going to do for each layer and layer list dot layers, layer dot cells, yeah, this is not, I'm just going to do it from the entities, layer in, or layer grid equals, in get entities item 2, layer grid data, okay, so layer grid dot cells, yeah, okay, now we can say for each var cell in layer grid cells, cell dot, I need both of these things. Because I'm assuming the depths are not being updated as well. I think I'll just update the depth right now. I think that's what this is going to be responsible for. For each layer and layers, if layer dot depth, no, we know layer, layer dot depth is going to equal, it's going to do that anyway. Okay, I won't worry about that. Okay, so that's good. And we'll just do the same thing for the down button. So move layer down button. We're going to say if sibling index is less than transform dot child count, active layer dot transform dot child count. So if you are less than that, -1, you can say sibling index +1. Yeah, that seems good. Yes. So that is changing the layer ordering. When I update the depth, I might as well. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna say your sibling index, or no, your depth expected sibling index equals layer dot depth. Maybe just that. If you're not on your expected, I'm just gonna get sibling index equals this. if expected sibling index does not equal sibling index, then what we're gonna do is we're going to update the depth. So we can say expected sibling index. No, expected sibling index should be this calculation. Right, right. So it would be your layer transform.child count. No, that's your expected depth. Expected depth. So we're not even using the sibling index. And then we'll have your layer.depth. Alright, so your expected depth is the child count minus 1 minus your sibling index. And that's your depth. But if you're not your expected depth, what's going to happen is we're going to make you the expected depth. And we're going to change the sorting order of all your cells. So let's go ahead and grab layer and grid data here. Var grid equals entity.item2. And then we're just say for each var cell in grid.cells, your cell dot instances, yeah, because you don't actually have like a, yeah, you don't have a depth here. Okay, back it up, back it up, back it up. We're gonna say for each var instance in get instance, no, in cell dot get components sprite renderer, right? So for each of your sprite renderers, actually we could just say sprite renderer, and I'm messing this up. For each var instance in cell dot instances, for each of your sprite renderers, sprite render dot sprite equals, nope, sprite render dot sort sprite sorting order equals layer dot depth. Okay, so now we have the depth hopefully updating, and it only updates if you change the actual layer. So I hope that works. Okay. Not sure that it will work, but we can always give it a shot. Oh, it doesn't work. You can see if that's being run though. Okay, we're running. I'm gonna play. It already stopped for some reason. That's no problem. Do you have any cells? The layer is what? Layer 1 is the first one, so yeah, it should have a depth of 1, right? But we don't have any instances yet. Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna just paint this. and then paint that, and then move that up. So now we have a few things happening. Okay, so layer 1 is now layer 0. So we're going to go through each of these cells. If you have an instance, ooh, you have an instance, okay. Do you have a sprite renderer? You don't. I think the next one might have a sprite renderer. Oh, but we're calling it on cell. Ah, I found the error. It's a logical error, and I'm calling it on the wrong thing. I should be calling it on the instance, not the cell. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, layer 1, layer 2. Oh yeah. Alright, this one isn't working, but this is working. And I think I didn't add any of those components on that button yet, so that's why. Very nice. Okay, cool. We're getting there, we're getting there. Layer 1, layer 2, layer list. Yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead and on the icon down also add our scripts. So it's going to be a button just so it can look like a button. It's going to have a mouse down listener, and you're going to be a move layer, active layer down button. I'm not sure which one's more important. I'll just put move the tag first. Okay, so now we have both buttons, and we can see if we do a layer 1 and a layer 2, we can like move it up and down, and that is looking pretty good. Okay. Nice, nice. Maybe I'll just do a quick commit because we did some code and it's not too bad. Alright, what did we do? Oh yeah, make sure you save if we didn't save. Set up layer.depth so that the sibling index equals 0 is at top. We also implement move layer depth up and down. Okay. It's good that we like commit in the middle, or as when we finish a feature, that's when you should commit. Shouldn't wait till like the end of your programming session, because sometimes you're just not done yet. And I mean, you should commit then too, but like it's best to have commits like when you're built and it's like it's working. At least my opinion. I mean, do whatever you want. uh, yeah. Cool. So we got layer 1, layer 2, move it up, move it down. Awesome. All right. I guess now we can work on maybe removing a layer. That would be good. So let's go ahead and implement the minus button. And to do that, I think we just delete it, right? Like, let me just see what happens if I like inactivate it. So I'm gonna make this not maximized. So like I'm gonna make layer 1, which, oops, I didn't select the thing. So that's layer 1, layer 2, and if I just inactivate it, it's gone. It's gone there. It's gone there. I think we just inactivate it. Now here's a question. What happens if I have a layer 3 and yeah, what if I just have a layer 3? is it named layer 2 there? I can't select it. All sorts of weirdness is happening. Alright, I'm gonna paint on layer 3. Paint on layer 2. Seems to be working like a layer. Paint on layer 1. Okay. Can I move this up? Seems to be moving. Can't go down. I guess that's the... have that -1. Maybe that -1's not supposed to go there. Alright, let me check. Oops. Let me check this guy. Alright, so layer 3. You are not layer 3, but we'll see. So click you. Oops, click you. You won't go down. Go up. Okay. Let me just look at the change layer order. What if I just say less than child count? Alright, this is layer 3, layer 2, layer 1. So I'm gonna move this down, down. Yep, that works. Down. Alright, so the down works again. But I can't like select layer 3 for some reason. Might be something I'm doing wrong here. I wonder what's setting it to yellow anyway. It's this guy. Oh, you're not part of layer list. I don't even know if I need layer list, because layer list is really just layers. This might just be active layer. This might be a little refactoring that I'm going to do, and it might break something. So instead of layer list, I'm just going to call this active layer. And I'm going to get rid of this, and that's going to cause lots of trouble. And no problem though, because we're going to keep going. And now we're going to find all the bugs. So I guess instead of layers, we're just going to get the layer, give me all the layers. In fact, let's just say layer and get entities item 1. And do I just get rid of this altogether? Maybe? Alright, so that fixed that one bug. Who else needs it? Yeah, I already fixed that one. How about this next one? How about this next one? Okay, here's another layer list. Okay, so give me the active layer, item 1, active layer, if active layer active. If there's a layer that's active, don't worry about this script. Otherwise, I know what I'm going to do. For each this is going to be a cheat. No, let's not do a cheat. Let's just grab the first thing. For each var layer in get entities item 1 layer, layer active layer dot layer dot active equals layer, and we're gonna just break after that. Okay, and boom, we set the active layer. Okay, so that's just us setting a active layer. Don't care what it is. Cool. I don't know why when I open Unity, it like the music goes down. Alright, I think this is getting a list of layers. So get entities, item 1, layer. If you have a toggle, you're enabled if you are checked. Cool. Okay. Oh, I'm starting to remember why I had the layer list, and that's because of this get entities item thing. When I uncheck it, it's no longer gonna be enabled, and it won't be a layer that I can like select. So I might not be, I think I just broke the enabling and disabling by doing this. Is layer list even in here? Oh yeah, there we go. This should not be called layer. This should be called, yeah, we should totally get the for each var active layer. In get entities 1 active layer. Okay. So now we got the active color and the inactive color. Cool. Okay. We're done-ish, but here's a few things. I think this will work. The highlighting works. The moving works. The text, we should just call you. We should just name it whatever the name of the layer is. So we'll probably fix that in a bit. Got layer 2, layer 1. Got that. Layer 1, layer 2, and layer 3. Move the layer 3 up to the top, to the middle, to the bottom. Layer 2. Alright, so that seems to be working fine, but this is what I suspect will not be working. I can disable layer 1, but I won't be able to bring it back because it doesn't know how to get this layer. So I might have to make include an active flag, but I can just do that in here, you know. Just a bunch of alright, bool include inactive equals false. Now, am I going to just do that everywhere? Probably. See, and by me doing this, I feel like this is the lazy way to do it, but at the same time, I think this is the way I saw it, like in Unity, so I might as well just copy their format. So I know I'm pasting it on the functions, but I know sometimes I gotta actually paste it in the method itself, so not just the parameters being passed in, but okay. But this is what I can do. I can just say include inactive right up in here. Trying to focus and make sure I get all these parentheses. Make sure my include inactive is definitely there. 99% of the time we should not be calling this. Yeah, you see, like that's wrong. So I had one that was wrong, but I think the rest is okay. Yeah, I got trigger happy. Okay. That looks good. So the only one that I need that to work on is enable disable layer, and I'm gonna say true. Okay. So I shouldn't have changed any real behavior. What layer did I just highlight? Guessing that was one. Or was that two? Because now, yeah, alright. So I'm gonna disable one and enable one. It's not, still not getting one. Oh, because I didn't actually change the logic. So when I go here, um, yeah, I gotta actually change the logic. So I'm gonna say include inactive. No, we'll just check the enable or include inactive, and that's the magic right there. Oh, I gotta do it for each of these. All right, include inactive, include inactive, include inactive. This is gonna have 3 of them, and everyone else is just references. Cool. Okay. I don't know what layer I'm painting on when that's not highlighted. We gotta. You know what it's painting on? The grid layer. We gotta not do that. Alright, so let's see. Alright. Disabled. Ah, oh, come on. Why is it not enabling? Disable, enable. Alright, what function am I calling? I'm calling. It's not the right one. I'm calling get items layer 1. If you have a toggle, true. I'm going to say if the condition is layer dot enabled equals false, stop. There might be a chance that I'm trying to do this with get components. Is it that when I disable it, it's no longer a component as well? Oh, now that's got me thinking. I think that's the case. I don't want to admit it, but I think that's the case. When I disable it, that's what's happening. It's deregistering it from the whole system altogether. So even that big fix we just did with the inactivate the include inactive, we need to somehow, yeah, yeah. I think I think this is a bad solution. I mean, there's a way. We just keep track of all like created and destroyed components instead of just enabled and disabled. And that way, if you're keeping track of the created and destroyed, it will, you'll have a different like population of components you can select from. Okay, I might. Private static list behavior uh, existing. And so this one, all existing, all enabled, register existing. I better just rename it. Existing, deregister existing. I guess I'll just do the same thing for, oh, and it's not existing, this is enabled. Uh, enabled, and deregistered enabled, and gotta do the same for existing. Existing. So that's the thing. We don't even have to check enabled. Well, not really. This is what we have to do. Alright, I'm going to take this out of all of them because I just realized the error of my ways. The rest is fine. Okay. So var collection is going to be include an active. If you are including an active, you're going to do all existing or you're going to do all enabled. And then you just do the collection. And that's basically every time you do var, every time you do the add range, this is what you're doing. Oh, and I gotta do it with all of it. Collection, 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 collection. I think that does it. So if you're including an active, you do all existing, otherwise you just do all enabled. And then finally, let's go to the person that's actually using this, and we gotta do a couple more. Let's enable, disable. Let's do protected virtual void awake ECS system that register existing this, and then on destroy, you can say deregister existing this. Yeah. Okay. So now, not only we're checking on enable disable, we're just checking if you exist or don't exist. All that to get the layers working. it's a big one. And I broke it, or something's happening. Yeah, I don't really need to be debugging this right now. Need to fix that. Okay. This is all working still. That's good news. Oh, come on. Oh. I took it away. So enable, disable, make sure that's true. I don't know why it does that. It changes the audio when I go to Unity. Must be something I have on my, you know what else I did? I painted on the grid. Not supposed to paint on the grid. Alright, so let's see. Move this down. We can move this around. Alright, so disable, enable. Oh yeah. We're back. We're back in business. Although it's not doing the highlight stuff either. We should also do the highlight stuff. The highlight stuff. Good. I can't select a layer that's disabled. But if I try to paint on this, oh, maybe my I set default active layer. Where's my fake layer? My what's it called? I have my tile grid. It's gotta be this tile grid background. Oh yeah, alright, so my tile grid background. It's not even a layer. Alright, let's not maximize on play and see what's happening overall. Alright, so my current active layer is layer 3. But it's not highlighting because layer 3 is not active. Okay, so maybe that's what we do. We make sure we say active layer is that and layer dot is active equals true. Sure. And I guess the other thing I want to do is if the layer is active and enabled, then you can continue. Otherwise, try to find a new one. You should also stop highlighting that one. So the coloring. Okay. Yeah, that's why I don't want to do the coloring on this is active thing. I might just have it not know which layer is active. And then, well, you'll know which layer is active by saying if layer equals active layer dot active. Yeah, I like that better. And then we don't have to set this. And I'm sure we're having other issues. Alright, active layer. You're gonna have an active layer, right? If you click on the actual layer, you're gonna get the actual layer. And then you're just gonna set the active layer. Okay, that seems fine. Good. I like that. You can't select that layer. It's pretty good. I wish on coloring it, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. If active layer dot active and active is not enabled, I'm gonna do something. Okay, I like this. And then all I'm gonna do is active layer dot active equals null. That way you're not enabled, or you already null, and I'm just setting you to null again. Alright, so we got layer 3, layer 2, layer 1, and we can make it bigger. And we just did that on layer 3. We can do it on layer 1. You can do some other stuff on layer 1. Oh, that was layer 3. I guess what I want to do is whatever layer that you just activated, you should also make it active. Uh, so I'm just gonna say get entity item one active layer dot active equals layer. Uh, if layer dot enabled. So any layer that you're activating, you just select. Okay. I broke it somehow. Okay, maybe it's cause I need to. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Var layer was enabled equals layer dot enabled. If not was enabled and enabled, then you do that. Yeah, seems right. But everything's on mouse down, so it's kind of off right now. Alright, well, we got layers. It's 11 o'clock. I could continue a little more. I guess I will, but let's just go ahead and commit what we got. Not even quite sure what we did here. Removing layer list. Fix problems after removing layer list. Yes. Fix problems after removing layer list. ECS component now can use inactive components. Can call on ECS system. Can now call on inactive components. Existing inactive components. I guess that goes without saying, but I said it anyway. Okay. How's my to-do list? Is there anything that we cleared off? Consider adding fill functions or selection. No, we didn't do any of that. Change the middle click. We did change the middle click. Okay, let's do a few of these. Eventually we'll do more, but we did do that. We did fix the zoom. We did show the top layer first. Didn't do any of that. We started reorganizing the layers. We haven't done any of these other things, but yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. Okay. I like what's happening here. Let's make sure we grab everything. Make sure we saved the scene. Make sure the scene still plays well. Alright, so this is the bottom layer, next layer, top layer. You can disable the layer. You can disable all the layers, just some of the layers. Okay, and yeah. Make a new. I noticed when I click new, it didn't clear out everything. Only the ones that are visible. So we have ET, a little decoration, and then a big old cross. And what did I want to prove with that? I don't know. ET. Okay. Yeah. We're getting there. Yeah, 10 by 10 is 100 cells. Okay, I'm gonna stop that. Is there anything else that we need to do? I'm gonna write down that problem on the new button. Tile grid. It's on the buttons, on the new button. Just a quick to do. Clicking new only clears visible cells. Done. Okay. Now that should be everything. Let's commit and push. Like I said, maybe we could do one more. And that's deleting a layer. I don't think that'd be too bad. Because it might just be... Oops. I didn't mean to close that out. Maybe I'll just do it on handle buttons. I didn't do it on handle buttons there. I'll, once this loads, I'll figure out where I want to put it. Change layer order. Let's just call this add delete layer. Add delete layer. ECS system. On update for each var, we will say, I don't even think we're going to use any of these. Get entities, item 1. We don't even have to do get edit item 1. When you click mouse down event, when you do that on a delete layer, how about remove active layer button? Okay. I'm gonna try to do this right. So when you click on this add remove layer, we're gonna grab your active layer, get item 1, active layer. If there is an active layer, and active layer dot active, this is what we can do. We just grab that active layer game object and we just destroy it. Is that all? Yeah, I feel that's all. Okay, let's try. Add that to the systems. So first let's just see if it deletes. Nope, because we didn't do anything to that button. So this button, go ahead and make it a button. Go ahead and call it what it is. Remove layer, active layer, and then listen for a mouse down event. No, it's not the actual mouse down event. Mouse down listener. Right. Okay. So hit the minus. It's gone. The game object is completely gone. Let's restart. How about if I had stuff on it? It goes away. I wonder if the cells go away. So okay, right now we have this data. We have like 35 cells. Delete this sucker. We still have the 35 cells. So however I'm doing this, we should probably delete all the cells that go with it. So what I can do is for each var cell in active layer dot active dot cells. Yeah, I might as well. I'm gonna get it. Grid is equal to active layer dot active dot get component grid data. Then grid dot cells for each cell in grid dot cells cell dot destroy. I think that's the best way to handle that. That way it actually deletes the data. Sorry, we have these cells. We also have these cells. Oops. And then when I click on the minus, we lose 0 through 8 or whatever. Was that the case even without this? Checking. I didn't really check hard, that's why I'm like, did that actually fix anything, or did I just imagine all that? Yeah, it does. It's important. Okay, good. Okay, so that's how we delete the cells. Alright, cool. So, so we deleted all the cells. We did all that. I think that's it. I think we added that feature in, and I'm gonna call it a night. I think that's it. So we subtracted this. We were able to reorganize. Let me see what I did so far. All right, so like, let's say we had a grid, and we're able to draw on here, and we can draw on different layers, and we can enable and disable those layers. We can disable all the layers, and we can delete layers now. I don't know what happens if we delete all the layers. We're just screwed, I guess. It's gone. Oh gosh, I crashed the program. Alright, so yes. We probably should do a check if there's only one layer left. Don't allow it to delete. Maybe I'll just do that right quick, because that's pretty easy. Sure. We'll just put it as a to-do. We'll call it a day. I'm tired. Alright, so to do, remove active layers. I can't even think straight. Only allow remove layers if greater than one exists. Alright, now I'm done. Let's commit our code and then call it a night. Alright, all we did for this one was add delete button, add ability to delete layer. Alright. Bunch of little commits all through the night, and we're done. Cool. Alright, as I end my stream, I do this every time. I just show what the last build looks like. And it's coming over here. Alright, so the build is just on my GitHub. I don't know what version this is at, because I committed a few times tonight. Alright, you can change the layers, that's cool. And it seems to be working. Can disable and enable layers. And yeah, that looks good. Can we still erase? We can still erase. Alright, good. So that's the build. Alright, I'll probably do this again tomorrow night. Thanks for joining me if you're here. Yeah, we'll do this more tomorrow. We'll start getting this. So what's going to happen tomorrow is I think we're going to add new layers. And I have a task list. So we reordered layers. We reordered layout buttons. Add layer. Oh, we didn't do the add layer. We did delete layers. I'm not going to worry about the scrollable thing just yet. These things I won't worry about yet. So we'll probably do the add layers. And what I really want to do is like add a special layer, like a noisy layer. That's what we'll do. Where basically it's going to take whatever tiles you have there and just randomly put them there. So that's going to be our first PCG, like our first procedural generated map, which is just, you know, random. But then we'll start getting into the good stuff like Perlin noise and wave collapse functions and all that cool stuff. So yeah, that's going to be great. Okay. It's late. Good night, y'all. I had a good time. See you later. Bye.